Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Why? Why did you pick this one? I hate suspense. I hate it so much. Oh my god, I want to kill everything.
Hello there, Graves Cinema here again with another reaction video. Now, you don't know what videos we're going to be doing now, so it's going to be a surprise.
No, he completely decided that we're not going to warn her in advance.
No more.
No more warning, Raven.
Nope.
There is no warning, there is only movie.
Only movie.
Alright.
So,
go lay down, please.
the movie we are going to be doing tonight is going to be Misery.
Ooh.
Yes.
I've seen bits of this before.
But you have not seen the whole thing,
No.
have you? This is a movie based off a Stephen King novel.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that if she was not the winner, she was at least nominated for the Oscar. Kathy Bates.
She should have been. That was a fucking crazy role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Academy Award winning film, so yes. It's a very good story. It's also set
Stockholm Syndrome.
a snowstorm.
Ugh.
And we just had snow here, so.
Screw that snow. You know it's bad when Delaware actually does better with its plowing than Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's pitiful, by the way. Delaware should do way worse because they're not used to snow. Pennsylvania is.
Delaware's used to snow here.
Last winter would prove otherwise.
Well, some winters are milder because of global warming, so, you know.
Yeah, and last winter we had snow every other week, and obviously they did not handle it well.
Yeah. I still remember when we had Snowmageddon here, back in 2009.
How many Snowmageddons have we had? Actually, the last Snowmageddon happened in 2016 with Hurricane Jericho, pushing a shit ton of blizzard up here.
Interesting.
Because I was supposed to leave that day, and I couldn't, because there was 2.5 feet of snow outside.
Well, that's a reason not to leave.
Yeah, it
So.
sucked, because it kept me from Florida.
So this will be a themed one.
Theme!
Snow being our theme.
It being cold and sucking.
Yes. So, this will be a mostly first time watch for you. She's seen bits and pieces.
I don't remember jack shit
You don't
except
remember
for
jack
like one scene and the fact that the guy's a writer and that Kathy Bates is all...
Crazy.
Yes.
Stephen King having his main character be a writer?
What?
Say it ain't so.
Makes you wonder if this ever happened to him, short of that hobbling bit.
Well, I guess we will see what the story holds for us then.
Yes, we
Or for you. Alright. Let's get to it.
Meow. Here we go. Deep.
Rawr, rawr,
Hey, kitty.
rawr,
Big kitty.
rawr.
Just like you. You're a giant cat.
Call me a pussy.
No. I'm calling you a cat.
Okay. Directed by Rob Reiner. Forgot about that.
That's significant, I assume.
He directed The Princess Bride.
Oh, that is significant.
Yep. Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally. This is Spinal Tap.
Because it goes up to 11.
Yes, it goes up to 11.
He looks familiar.
James Caan.
That doesn't mean shit. What else do I know
He
him
was
from?
the dad in Elf.
Ah! Okay. He writes his E's really weird. So he earned his... whatever that is, if it's a cigarette or a joint. And a
He earned
glass
a
of
smoke.
champagne. So I assume that is champagne.
Yeah.
So that's what we celebrate things with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not us, but other people. Nice car.
Mustang.
Classic. He's going way too fast on that road. I don't care how good your snow tires are, there's no way.
Barry Sonnenfeld was the director of photography.
Who's that?
He directed Addams Family and Men in Black.
And Men in Black.
Mm-hmm.
Is he any relation to Seinfeld from the Seinfeld TV show?
It's Barry Sonnenfeld, not Seinfeld.
I didn't
Ah,
actually read
and this
the name.
screenplay is also by William Goldman.
Yeah, see? Told you he was going too fast. Look at him. He's spinning
Yeah.
out of control.
I mean, the story is by Stephen King, but William Goldman wrote the screenplay. He was the writer
Oh.
for Princess Bride.
And there goes...
The Mustang. Yeah.
Bro, you were going downhill on a snowy mountainside. What the hell were you thinking? That car was perfect. Man, you'd be lucky if that car don't get buried and you die in the snow. It's a much shorter story that way, though.
What's that?
Flashback.
Old friend. If I can make this work, I might just have something I want on my tombstone.
But yeah, I hope it did. Because it looks like you're going to see it sooner or later.
It's a little bloody.
Well, he was in a car wreck.
Well, he's getting help.
Is that help? Are we sure? Are we sure him dying in a snowstorm wouldn't have been better?
You have to ask him at the end of the movie.
That's not how you do CPR. It's also not how you do CPR. What are you doing? Nobody does CPR like that.
They're doing the CPR as they saw in the movies.
I guess so. 'Cause that's terrible.
Protect the manuscript.
Man, if that's Kathy Bates and she's actually carrying that dude, shit. What's she doing wandering around in a snowstorm, though?
Maybe she saw the wreck
From where?
nearby.
I guess so.
I'll take good care of
Sound like
you.
yours
I'm my
number
number
one
one
stuff.
fan.
I'm your number one fan.
What's it called? Hospital number one fan? Which you should not have done with your thumb. You're a nurse, not a very good one.
Are you a nurse?
No, but I know too many of them to know that that was terrible.
Here. You mustn't tire yourself. You gotta rest. You almost died.
Well, he's not gonna rest if you patting his head like that. You'd get moving it every time. That's not gonna be comfy.
More drugs.
Your shoulder was pretty badly dislocated. It was a little stubborn, but I finally popped it back in.
No, that is not
What I'm
not
most proud
comfortable.
of is the work I did on those legs. Considering what I had around the house, I don't think there's a doctor who could have done any better.
Well, that's just a pleasant sight.
It's not nearly as bad as it looks. You have a compound fracture of the tibia in both legs, and the fibula in the right leg is fractured too. I could hear the bones moving, so it's best for your legs to remain immobile.
Who fall?
Well, it wasn't any secret to me you were staying at the Silver Creek. Seeing as how I'm your number one fan and all.
Say the last part again, I didn't hear you.
Don't move now. Wouldn't want to hurt this neck.
I mean, yeah, bro.
Well, I do have a very hard and fast rule as to who reads my stuff at this early stage. Only my editor, my agent, and anybody that saves me from freezing to death in a car wreck.
I suppose that's fair.
Yeah. You would think he would realize she may not take too well to reading that he killed the main character.
What's your new book
With her being such a big fan.
You don't have the time yet.
Yeah.
What's it about?
Everybody talks like that.
They do not. What do you think I say when I go to the feed store in town? Oh, now, Wally, give me a bag of that effing pig feed and 10 pounds of that Bitsley cow corn. And in the bank, do I tell Mrs. Bollinger, oh, here's one big bastard of a check. Give me some of your Christing money. There, look there. See what you made me do?
Ooh, you have a temper issue.
And what he made her do.
Oh, Paul, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you ever forgive me?
See, that would have been a red flag to me to have her not read anymore.
I love you, Paul.
That's awkward. That's another really big red flag.
Your mind,
Mm-hmm.
your creativity. That's all I meant.
Oh, yeah,
You're not a fucking psycho.
No.
He's got an inkling that she's a fucking crazy.
Yep.
These roads look open, but not plowed.
you're in this car, you're not my wife, you're my deputy. Well, this deputy'd rather be home under the covers with the sheriff. Stop. Come on. Stop! What?
That would not have stopped that fast.
You got a broken limb? Could have been the weight of the snow.
That wouldn't have been the weight of the snow.
Yeah, it's not big enough to have a lot of weight on it.
He's shaking loose.
Some deep snow.
Need some help? No, I'm enjoying myself. Thank you.
Just about to find his car. Oh, you bitch! You know his daughter's worried about him. How dare you?
She ain't letting him go. While he's there, he's all hers.
Oh, I hope I didn't wake you. Oh, Paul. What a poet you are.
I love how you care so much about the fact that it's his daughter's birthday. If you really cared about him and not what he does for you,
Yeah.
you would care about that.
Specialty. It's not just great, it's...
She doesn't know Misery dies yet.
Yeah, that's the new book, okay. And the manuscript was something different he wanted to write.
Perfect
That's what it was
thing.
entitled, okay. I misremember this.
Oh shit.
She finished the book. Piggy!
Why is there a piggy? I guess people do have pet pigs. That's a thing.
I thought it was time you two should meet.
She's
Oh,
not
say
done
hello
yet.
to my favorite beast in the whole world, my sow, Misery.
Misery.
He's thrilled.
Yes, I told you I was your #1 fan. She just makes me smile so.
She's a
I
fine
feel like
now.
she's gonna die.
What's the ceiling that Dago painted?
The Sistine Chapel.
That and Misery's child. Those are the only two divine things ever in this world.
Oh, honey.
Mm.
You fucking crazy. Methinks you did not get enough of the real world. You should have been socialized to people.
When my husband left me, I wasn't prepared. It wasn't an easy time.
How did he leave? In a body
For a while,
bag?
I thought I might go crazy.
I know how that
I
could
really
be.
feel like it was a body bag.
Or he left in a goddamn hurry.
I don't know about you, but what I did to get through it was I dove into work. That was when I first discovered Misery. She made me so happy. She made me forget all my problems.
Anybody else find it weird that
Of
she
course,
gets
I suppose
happy
you had a little something to
over
do with
somebody
that,
named
too.
Misery?
Yeah. Well,
I feel like that might have been a red flag or a hint.
I just kept reading them over and over.
Maybe it's me.
I don't know.
I've only got
Some
2
people can have
chapters to
unique
go on
names.
this one, and I know when I finish, I'll just turn right to the first page and start reading it all over again.
Oh, you will, huh?
Well, I'd love to stay here and chat, but I'm right at the end, and I gotta find out what happens.
Don't tell me she's gonna come in the middle of the night. She's totally gonna come in the middle of the night.
You,
Hmm?
you dirty bird. How could you? She can't be dead.
Misery Spirit's still alive.
I don't want her dead. I want her.
Mm.
She crazy!
No, I didn't.
She obsessed fan.
No.
I feel like this is one of those
She
times
died.
where if
She
I
just
had
slipped
to
away.
get into the horror film for some reason, I really would have just kicked her shit.
Away.
Mm-hmm.
Did you slip away? You did it. You did it. You did it. You murdered my Misery.
Hey.
Yeah, she's unstable, dude.
I thought you were good, Paul. But you're not good. You're just another lying old dirty birdie. And don't even think about anybody coming for you. Not the doctors, not your agent, not your family. Because I never call them. Nobody knows you're here.
What?
And you better hope nothing happens to me. Because if I die, you die.
Well, that's the biggest red flag he ever could have gotten at this point. He's like, well, shit.
I would have rather died in that snowstorm.
I very much view this as like Stephen King's worst nightmare.
I think this is any writer's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is anyone's worst nightmare.
Trapped by somebody who's completely obsessed with you.
And you can't walk.
Yep. See the pain in his face.
Where do you think you're gonna go, boo? You can barely get to the door. You're in Colorado in the wintertime. You ain't getting anywhere. Yeah, baby, she locked you in. You're just gonna have to wait till your legs heal.
Yes, we're working close with the state police and the FBI to inform. Right.
But in a proper hospital, this never would have happened. Here, let me help you back
Yeah,
here.
he just fell out.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It wasn't a
I know
desperate
this hurts.
escape attempt.
It'll only take a few seconds. Oh, Daisy. Sometimes my thinking is a little muddy. I accept that. That's why I couldn't remember all the things they were asking me on the witness stand in Denver. But this time I thought clearly.
Probably
I asked
left in the
God
body
about
bag.
you, and God said, I delivered him unto you so that you may
Well, he
show
just
him the way.
disappeared and never reappeared.
Show me the way.
Yes.
No murder, there's no body.
She got him a typewriter.
Nope. She got him a barbecue.
Not the case. Burn the manuscript, okay, but not the case.
Well, she took the case away.
Good. The case is important.
Yeah.
You must rid the world of this filth.
He can't strike that.
You want me to burn my book?
Can make him burn the book, but he's determined enough.
It doesn't ever have to.
He can still rewrite it.
Has to read it.
As long as it does exist, your mind will never be free.
This bitch made me burn my book.
I think you should light the
After
match.
burning her up, I'd rewrite the damn thing and put her in as an awful character.
Oh, you definitely should.
Yeah.
I present to you your new villain.
Can't you see it's what God wants?
Careful with that,
You're
Fluid.
so brilliant, I would think you'd certainly be able to see that. We're put on this earth to help people, Paul.
Where the fuck are you
Like I'm
throwing
trying
that
to
at?
help you.
It's very threatening
Please,
act.
help me.
Either
help
burn
you.
the book or she'll burn you.
That is terrifying.
He knows he's stuck.
Yeah. How is he supposed to get it over there?
You're doing the right thing.
Oh my goodness! Goodness gracious! Oh,
What the fuck did you expect to happen? You put lighter fluid on that.
Yeah. That really goes up.
Hey, lucky if that doesn't start a fire in your fucking house, you goddamn psychopath. Put the lid on, you dumb shit, or you burn your house down. Ugh. You grew up in Colorado. Smokey was practically originated there. Why don't you know fire safety?
She's not in the forest.
Ugh, she is in a forest.
She's in the house.
There's a forest outside the house.
Is the fire in the forest?
Here's your novel.
I have to wonder if that's actually painkillers or she's giving him cocaine. Some sort of addictive thing to have a need.
You're gonna have to think about your situation, Paul, and how you can get out of it.
They chose Kevin.
They chose Kevin.
That's some hair.
And the stash. Are you gonna try and hide that? Oh, I see what you're doing.
Making a little hidey hole.
Smart of him. She finds it though eventually, I'll bet.
See, isn't this nice?
Right. I always wanted to visit the other side of the room.
Ooh, and look what I got for you. An electric razor. So you can shave yourself now.
That is nice.
Now that you've gotten rid of that nasty manuscript, you can go back to doing what you're great at. You're gonna write a new novel, Misery's Return.
Misery's Return?
You don't want to
I
write
know
this
you
one
didn't
down.
mean it when you killed her, and now you'll make it right.
Bitch, he doesn't have to write for you!
It'll be a book in my honor for saving your life and nursing you back to health.
Yo, fuck this girl. Your pretentious ass.
You're gonna make me the envy of the whole world. I got you this expensive paper to type on. And I got a great deal on this 50-pound clunker on account of its missing an M.
It's two of the letters of my favorite nurse's name. Annie.
You
Yeah.
fooler. Did I do good?
You did great. I can't work on this paper. See, it's crassable bonded. It smudges.
Smudge.
Oh, it does smudge after all. Thank you for thinking of me.
He's not being ungrateful. Do you want it to smudge and be rude?
He is being
Anything
truthful
else
in
I
this
can get while I'm in
instance.
town?
While he's getting you out of the way.
Any other crucial requirements that need satisfying? Would you like a tiny tape recorder? Or how about a handmade set of writing slippers?
Well, just the paper will be fine.
Are you sure? Because if you want, I'll bring back the whole store for you.
Annie.
Listen, do you want this?
What's the matter? I'll tell you what's the matter. I go out of my way for you. I do everything to try and make you happy. I feed you, I clean you, I dress you.
Which-
And what thanks do I get? Oh, you bought the wrong paper, Annie. I can't write on this paper, Annie. Well, I'll get your stupid paper, but you just better start showing me a little more appreciation around here, Mr. Van.
Oh. She was running towards him for the first time.
Listen, you want him to write a new book, bitch. You gotta get the paper he uses. Goddamn psychopath.
That's a word for her.
For the record, a truly badly dislocated shoulder would actually be able to be moved long before now. It hurt like hell. But it'd be able to move.
That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna pick the lock door.
Attempt.
Yep.
She's gonna notice if it's unlocked. You can't get anywhere in that wheelchair in the snow.
He can do it.
Now, can you relock it?
I don't think he cares at this point. I think he's just trying to get out.
He's on the second floor of a house in Colorado, where there's a shit ton of snow on the ground and a wheelchair that he isn't going to be able to get anywhere in.
Well, he can find clothing, bundle up, and do the best he can.
And she can find him really fast and really easily.
Maybe there's a fire alarm in the house. You could set it off, light a fire, get the fire department out there. A phone. Ah, that's what he wants.
I thought. Doesn't work. Yeah, told you. You better get back to that room before she finds you. Oh my god, the suspense of this movie is driving me insane.
Yeah, it's got some good Hitchcockian suspense in this film. It's not just a slasher or splatter fest or anything like that.
That's not how it was.
It's like all attention.
That's gonna hurt you. I hate this suspenseful shit! This makes me want to pull my fucking hair out. Oh, just go back to your goddamn room! You fucking stupid person! She's a psycho! You're not getting out!
Maybe you can find a weapon or something.
House isn't wheelchair accessible, homie.
Not really.
She's gonna show back up. She's gonna show back up. He's gonna get caught. Oh my god, I don't want to see what she does next. That's not gonna help you. It's the wheels that are caught, stupid.
He's trying to get off.
God damn it! It's after this that she hobbles him, isn't it? It's gotta be.
Well, he's not exactly walking.
But he will be.
There you go. Nice little Sharpie knife.
But she's already back. She's already back. Shit! You can't move that fast, you dumb fucker! God damn it! Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. Why? Why did you pick this one? I hate suspense. I hate it so much. Oh my god, I want to kill everything. I want to kill everything. Everything.
Yep. I bet you do. You could make it.
He's not going to, because he's not going to be able to lock the door. Oh, he's not going to be able to lock the door. How's he going to lock the door?
Maybe if she just locks it with the key, it's a key lock, and it's closed, she thinks it's already locked when she goes to
Maybe,
unlock it.
maybe, I don't know, but I don't trust it. Oh my god, I hate this so much. Ah!
You can make it. You got the door closed. Oh, he's gonna try to relock it. Can you unpick a lock like that?
You can unlock it, you can unlock it. Oh god, the pills. The pills are visible, the pills are visible. Oh my god, oh my fucking god, your pills are visible!
Just the kind you asked for. Paul, you're dripping with perspiration.
I want my clothes now.
It'll only take a second.
No!
You're being
I
rude.
want my pain to go away, Annie. Please,
Good cover.
make it go away. Please, Annie. Please.
And I'm absolutely certain the main reason I've never been more popular is because of my temper.
Nah!
Really?
You don't fucking
Look
say.
now.
Well, what isn't enough little steam every once in a while?
I have faith in you, my darling. Catch this. Mwah!
Tell him you should kill her husband. Snow starting to melt.
He found the car.
We also know that if anyone had found him, they would have taken him to an area hospital.
Would they?
Undoubtedly, he is buried somewhere out there in the snow. We'll find him after the first thaw.
Yeah. That was pried open. Somebody did find him.
That local sheriff ain't stupid.
You don't think he's dead, do you?
Well, he might well be, but not the way they say.
Gotta write something. All work and no play makes Paul a dull boy.
You'll have to do it over again. It's not worthy of you. Throw it all out. Except for that part of naming the gravedigger after me. You can leave that in.
They just cheated us! This isn't fair! He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car!
Cock of duty?
Yeah. Cock.
Hey, Most she did like that in the chapter plays.
Misery was buried in the ground at the end, Paul. So you'll have to start there.
You have to do it her way.
Well, I mean, she did cover a really big plot hole.
She did.
I hate pointing that out because the woman be psycho, but
Yes, it requires rewriting the ending of the past book to start from where he was going, so... And she don't want that!
apparently not.
Probably wants Misery to punch her way out like the bride in Kill Bill.
This is fair.
Will she be her old self now that Ian has dug her out, or will she have amnesia?
Have to wait.
Will she still love him with that special, perfect love?
You'll have to wait.
Not even a hint?
If you want to know, you have to wait and you can't kill me.
It's alive! Oh, it's so romantic! Oh, this whole house is gonna be filled with romance. I'm gonna put on my Liberace records.
Well, when she's excited, boy, hell is she
You do like Liberace, don't you?
Would you have dinner with me tonight to celebrate Misery's return?
It would be an honor.
to have dinner in your own home.
Mm-hmm.
With the person you've been feeding dinner to for the past
Well, he's not-
months.
I don't know where he is. He never tells me anything anymore. He's probably out having an affair somewhere.
Jim, we've been through this before. If you're gonna have benches out in front of your store, people are gonna want to sit on them. Well, I don't like him either.
But what do you expect to find? A story about a guy who drove his car off a cliff in a snowstorm?
You see, it's just that kind of sarcasm that's giving our marriage real spice.
Oh, look, she dressed in her Sunday best.
I
Her
hope you like
in-laws would
it.
be so proud. Oh, this is the 80s, right? She was in that fashion?
I think it was 90.
It's close enough to the 80s to be 80s fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is country girl 80s fashion, so makes sense. Her hair does look nice.
Yeah.
What do you think you're gonna do with her drunk?
To misery.
If I was him, I would be smiling every time I heard the word misery.
Let's
In
do
the
this
back of
right.
my head
You
going,
have any candles?
back of my head going, this is misery. I'm
I
living
don't
it
know.
now.
Yep.
I think so. I'll go look.
Oh, you. I just
Poison her.
mixed things
Make her
up over
overdose.
here.
Well, certainly says you.
I would have checked both legs to see which one was being pulled.
It's so weird how she's fucking psycho, but when she's sweet, she is like the perfect at-home country girl sweet.
Annie Wilkes brought her back to life.
Oh, Paul, I get goosebumps every time I think about it.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh my God, what have I done?
How'd she know?
Can we pretend this never happened?
Did she know?
She had to have known. It's too perfect.
To misery.
Misery.
Build up that upper body strength.
Oh, I thought he was trying to hit himself on the head with it. I've known some writers who want to do that, whether or not they're being held captive by their crazed fans or not.
Damn, writer's block.
Oh no, you're right. Building up his muscles.
Strength enough to throw it at her fucking head, probably.
Here's your pills. I only love the writer part of Paul Sheldon. But now I know I love the rest of him too. Your legs are getting better. Soon you'll be wanting to leave.
He already wants to leave.
I like it here.
I have this gun. Sometimes I think about using it.
That's not terrifying.
I'd better go now. I might put bullets in it.
Oh no.
Where are you going in your bathrobe? Girl, you are in your bathrobe.
Yes, Paul, take the big one.
That's not noticeable. What is he doing?
He's doing what he needs to do. Oh. She has clippings. Memory lane. Carl Wilkes plunges to death. She push him. Top nursing student falls to her death. Oh, that gave her honors. An intensive care unit.
Get an obituary. I'm assuming the former head of the intensive care unit.
Head maternity nurse. Head pediatrician dies while in a coma. So she kills and then she gets advancement. Baby dies. Such a 5-week struggle. Second newborn death.
Getting revenge. The fact that she doesn't have any babies.
Killing the infants. Clearly, she's killed before and she will do it
Oh
again.
my god, could he not play with that knife?
He has to work in his quick draw. He's not cutting himself.
I'm aware, but she's gonna catch him, and it's gonna be stupid because he can't walk. Just play nice till your legs work again, for fuck's sake.
He just needs her to get close to him.
So what? He can be trapped in the house because he can't leave. Even if he can get to the car, he can't drive with his legs like that.
You could drive without legs.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. I would do it. You just gotta get a big long thing to push the pedal down and just use your arms to move.
It's not gonna be fast enough.
I would do it. Between that and dealing with that bitch, yeah. Because at one point she definitely gotta kill
That's
him.
how you get in a car wreck. You know that's not a good place to hide that, right? 'Cause she's gonna change the sheets. And she'll find it. Still raining. She gets extra crazy when it's raining. This is when she hobbles his legs.
I haven't seen the whole movie, but you know about that scene.
That's the one I remember.
It's the famous scene. Yeah. That was the scene that says one of the scary movie moments on the list.
No shit. Gee, I can't imagine possibly why it would be the scary movie moment. I hate this part.
I know you've been out.
Savannah.
Paul, my little ceramic penguin in the study always faces due south.
You're right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was like months ago.
Is this what you're looking for? I found your key. I know I left my scrapbook out. I can imagine what you might be thinking of me. Eventually, you'll come to accept the idea of being here. If they caught them, they had to make sure they could go on working, but they also had to make sure they could never run away. The operation was called Hobbling.
Annie, whatever you're thinking about doing, please don't do it. God's sake.
It's for the best.
Annie, please!
Almost
No! No! Oh, God. No, 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 no.
God, I love you.
Stephen King said this was worse than what he wrote. In the book, he actually had her chop his feet off, but the visual of the leg just getting smashed was so much worse than what he wrote according to him. God.
She cray-cray.
Yep. Is the justice higher than that of man? Judged by him, she quoted the book. He knows she's a fan. And that she kinda cray-cray.
They ain't no cray.
Hi, Pumpkin!
Hmm.
Such a kidder.
He's 100% done.
Lest you call paper on. Newspaper? No. Type of kind. Oh, that kind. Nothing odd about that.
Nope, not
His
even.
Wilkes done something? Not a thing.
No, not at all.
She's gonna kill the sheriff. She's gonna kill the sheriff.
That's why when you go to investigate a lead, you always bring backup.
Always. That poor sheriff is the only one who knew anything.
No screaming out.
She's gonna hide him. Oh, she's not gonna kill him. She's just gonna hide him.
Never understand you. Cook your meals. I tend to you
She doesn't want him dead.
24 hours
She
a
wants
day.
him kept.
You continue to fight me. When are we going to develop a sense of trust?
Book's not done yet.
And I turned the guest bedroom into a writing studio. Would you like to see it?
Sure.
It's right this way.
Easy to lie when you're telling the truth. Just
Best lies you can do are the ones that have like a truth.
I know
in
how
them.
he wrote.
just twist it a little
The
bit.
kinds of words he used, the wonderful stories he told.
What you doing? Crazy lady, go get your damn shit. Surely she's not gonna actually hurt the sheriff.
Here you are.
Here! Here! I'm down here!
Oh no, he was gonna die. Never mind. Don't know what I was thinking.
Mr. Sheldon?
Don't feel bad, Paul.
Now he knows.
It
She
was bound to
definitely
happen
kills.
sooner or later. It's a sign. I put 2 bullets in my gun. One for you and one for me. Oh, darling, it'll be so beautiful.
Alright, time to kill this bitch. Oh, just light the whole place on fire.
We have the power to give misery eternal life. We must finish the book.
Yes, can't kill me yet. Book must be finished.
But the time is now. Soon others will come.
We don't have
It's
to
almost finished.
I'll fix you something to eat.
What, you just expect him to crawl up them stairs?
Guess so.
And you need 1 glass of champagne. Dom Perignon.
Hurry on.
Dom Perignon it is.
Don Perignon.
You have a thing of Dom Perignon in your house?
Yes, Don Perignon.
You know how much Dom Perignon is? That's at least $100 a bottle.
About $3.50. I don't know, I don't drink, so.
It's at least $100, $150 a bottle if it's cheap.
Well, she's his biggest fan. Of course she has a brother.
Yes, Paul.
I'm almost done.
Get that Dom Perignon ready.
This is so romantic. Ian and Winthorne dueling for the right to Misery's hand.
You just
Does
missed the
Ian win?
matches.
Odo, tell me. It's Winthorne, right?
Does she finally marry Ian? Or will it be Winthorne? It's all right here.
Paul, you can't!
Why not? I learned it from you.
You wanna die!
Got her beneath him. Yeah.
She woke up fast.
Go for the eyes.
Always go for the eyes. Any of the weak fleshy spots, that's the best thing you can do.
Oh, he jabbed her right up the nose. Good shot. Ooh.
Got him with one. There's
Nope.
the second shot.
Yeah. Now it's a fight for survival.
Yeah. Kind of surprised the house didn't catch on fire.
Ooh.
Cheap trick, but effective. Oh! Well, I don't think she's coming back from that.
Doesn't look like it. Her blood's kind of pooling out of her head.
Oh yeah, I missed that part. She's not coming back from that at all!
That was the moment where the supposedly dead killer came back for one last scare.
Yup. You're absolutely right.
Oh.
Killed her with a piggy.
Well, she ain't dead. She's definitely fucked up. Oh, she looked dead there.
She looked dead before. Come on, bro, you can do it. You got a daughter to get to. Oh, looks like you did.
18 months later. Year and a half. And you walk with a cane.
Poor man, when you're that rich of an author, you can probably get the best plastic surgeon in the world to fix your legs.
This is it. Very first copy. For the first time, I think you've got a shot at some prizes. Rick, I thought you'd be thrilled.
In some way, Annie Wilkes, that whole experience helped me.
How would you feel about a non-fiction book about what went on in that house?
See, Marsh, if I'd have known you better, I think you were suggesting I dredge up the worst horror of my life just so we could make a few bucks.
Of course.
I thought you were open.
I don't know if anyone could ever totally get over something like that. I still think about it once in a while.
Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but are you Paul Sheldon?
Yes.
I just want to tell you I'm your #1 fan.
That's gonna trigger him for the rest of his life.
Trigger me. Oh my god, that made me want to pull my damn hair out.
Yeah, so...
Misery the Pig as herself.
Misery the...
That's amazing.
Nice credit.
Very cool.
So that was Misery.
That was Misery, front to back.
So, what are our thoughts?
I hate suspense. Chilling story of things that... I think the worst of the horror films are the ones that you could believe actually happening, and I could totally see some fucking psychopath
Yeah.
kidnapping somebody they idolize.
It's not a monster or undead being, it's a person.
Himself.
Yep.
That's the best villain because it's so real.
They won her the Oscar for this. Just like Silence of the Lambs won Anthony Hopkins the Oscar for Hannibal Lecter, it's lived real life.
His Hannibal was
Killers.
so good.
You know.
Loved his Hannibal. I liked the guy that played it in the Hannibal series too, though. I thought he was
Mads
nice and
Mikkelsen,
calculating.
yeah.
It's very nice and calculating. I very appreciated that performance.
Yeah, but those type of killers, the psychotic human ones.
they're the ones that are the
Yeah.
most terrifying because I could meet that on the street.
And not even know
Or worse, find out.
it. Yep.
Yeah. And this also, you know what, it's interesting though, because I can't help but think of how she is the exact opposite of... Well, you know how the other night we were talking about Reanimator? You guys don't know because that got deleted. Fucking technology.
Yeah, fuck that.
But we were talking about how much I hate predators and how I couldn't stand Dr. Hill because he was one of those predators.
Yeah.
He was one of those predators, though, that just kind of sneaks in and makes a girl feel uncomfortable.
Big old creeper.
Huge creeper.
Not murderous,
He's, like,
but calculating.
on his way to being an
Yeah.
incel.
Mhm.
Which is, it was like the stepping stones to it. She's the flip side of that, where she's the female version, and she has a man at her disposal, so to speak.
Captive.
Captive.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not something that is actually talked about enough, how women can also be abusive and can also be creepy and stalkerish. And we all know we're fucking psychos, because hi, I'm a woman, I can say that. I've met enough of me.
I met you too.
You have, and you live with me. Aren't you excited now?
So excited.
But it's good that a movie like this exists because it also puts out the perfect picture that men can be victims too, and I think that's important.
Yes.
Um,
Anybody can be a victim in the right circumstance.
absolutely. Anyone in the right circumstance can be a victim. It could be held against their will. And it's amazing.
And it's worse when you're helpless and
Completely
you're crippled
helpless.
and there's nothing you can do.
Absolutely. I mean, like, that's the worst feeling. Like, growing up as a girl, you get the idea your whole life, you're warned your whole life men are going to be bigger and stronger.
Physically, generally, yes, that's the truth. Yep.
And generally tougher. So you have to be smarter.
And more aggressive.
Definitely more aggressive. So women have to be smarter than that. This, he was bigger and stronger. He just had that taken away from him.
And then he was like
Hobbled again.
emasculated in that certain way where he was made helpless. And she had all the power.
Absolutely. That power struggle is probably the thing that people fear the most. Having all their control taken away, not even being allowed to choose when they go to the bathroom. Or if they're allowed to go to the bathroom or they have to pee in a weird bottle. You know, it goes back to, you brought up Hannibal Lecter earlier, it goes back to Silence of the Lambs where that girl was in a pit.
Yeah. When Buffalo Bill had the senator's daughter in that pit and dehumanizing her.
Absolutely. Not even calling her a she, it was an it.
Yeah.
It puts the lotion on the skin. That, I think, is probably, if you had to put a head on it, everyone's greatest fear. Is the loss of autonomy, loss of control. It doesn't matter if you're even in the BDSM community, if sub-dom stuff is your kink. That is a level that is completely different. And I would definitely say that is the fear of the nation. And fuck, that's the fear of the world.
Yeah. It's a very real fear. And it's displayed very well in this film.
Perfectly, because you know she's a nurse, so she's no weakling. She's used to people struggling against her. She's used to people who are stronger than her, trying
She's got
to
some weight to her
work
as well.
that against her. I mean, like, I have a friend who's a nurse right now who is a wound care nurse, so she's used to having to, like, flip people and rotate them and go, I'm here to see this part of you, so we're gonna have to move you till I can. So, and then on top of that, she has knowledge of drugs. I really wish they would have told us what kind of drug.
I think it was just a general painkiller, and his plan was
To make her OD?
overdose while he was gathering them, and then
It's curious how she
Yeah.
had so many, though. I guess she stole them from the hospital she worked at.
now she had a whole stack of type of drugs in that.
Yeah, a whole stack of things that should have been
closet, yeah.
prescription drugs, and she probably shouldn't have had. But, yeah. So I think overall, this is probably the one I'm the least afraid of, but it still grosses me out, just because I'm not fucking stupid enough to get put in that situation. And in this day and age, you really...
I don't think he was stupid either. He just...
He was driving at high speeds in a snowstorm. In a sports car. Sorry, if you're gonna go to somewhere where you have snow happen frequently and you go during the winter, you need to know something about driving in it. Like, not doing it in a sports car and checking the weather before you leave. It's common sense. This is one of those things that could have been thwarted by simple common sense and just saying, oh, well, maybe I'll stay a couple extra days just because there's a fucking blizzard.
Of course. Still, it could have been a random thing. Maybe a deer ran across the street and
That
he
would have
swerved
been different.
and he swerved off and crashed that way. Either way, he wound up in a situation where he was created helpless, and then he was stuck.
Absolutely stuck. Even so, well, great, that helps ease my fears so much. I was gonna say my fears are eased because I'm not stupid enough to drive in a blizzard, but hey, now it could happen to anyone at any time. This is gonna be great to sleep with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Shit does happen.
You just gotta learn to adapt with it, and he was doing the best he could in this.
He was clever as all hell, but he took too many risks.
He had to, in his eyes, because he knew once he realized she was fucked in the head, he had to do something or he was not gonna get out of there.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But overall, this is terrifying. I mean, but this would be just as terrifying as Silence of the Lambs
Yeah.
for me.
And a good adaptation of a Stephen King story. Stephen King
Absolutely.
can write
And
some good
such
stories.
a good choice for the cast, because like I said while we were watching,
Mhm.
Kathy Bates, when she is sweet, my God, is she sweet.
Yeah, I've
But
seen
when
her in
she
other
goes fucking
stuff. She's
psycho,
great.
man, like,
she really can play it well.
she's good at that. And she's got a temper issue, which no one in this country's ever shown a temper issue. Yeah. So,
Alright, so maybe eventually we'll do some more Stephen King stuff. Maybe. Because he's got not quite the catalog.
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I made it through The Shining. I made it through Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, you've seen Shining, Dr. Sleep, you've seen Carrie, you've seen Christine, you've seen Misery.
Yes, there's one more, a big one that we're missing, I think. I've seen parts of it.
Which one? The Tim Curry
The-
version or
yes.
the new one? Okay.
No. The answer is yes.
Okay.
I've seen bits of both.
Okay. We'll put that on the list eventually because you got to.
Isn't there a sequel to It?
No, there's actually the newer adaptation that was released in theaters was released in 2 parts, whereas the miniseries also technically was 2 parts. It's just they released this one now where most of it was the childhood parts of the story, and then the chapter 2 was the adult parts. Whereas originally in the miniseries and the book they mix and match, and they have flashbacks to when they were kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you'll see it when we watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Because we gotta watch the originals because I loved it, and it's got Tim Curry.
Yeah, who doesn't love Tim Curry?
Psychos. Weirdos. Wait, I'm a psycho and a weirdo.
Uh,
Normal,
no.
boring people.
Listen, I tried to tell you, you're not that weird.
How dare you?
First I get in trouble for calling him a pastel goth. Now I get in trouble for telling him he's not that weird.
I'm not a pastel goth. I'm a dark, tragic goth. I'm a classical goth.
Who wears light colors more frequently than most goths would look at them.
It's on the inside.
Uh-huh.
Goth is a state of being. It's not what you look like.
Mm-hmm. You can play that all you want, but I feed you way too much garlic for that shit.
Oof.
Garlic is a vegetable in my kitchen.
Anyway, definitely more Stephen King will happen at
Maybe
some
someday
point.
I'll actually get brave enough to read the books.
Maybe someday.
Because I hear most of them are much worse than the movie. I guess this one's the exception.
Yeah, they are different in ways. I'm still reading through them, but movies are also very good because it's just a good craft of a story.
Yeah.
Like, this is a simple concept, like a writer who gets stuck and he's captured by his biggest fan who's way insane and critical. Like that, I could see that just a
Which
fear
could be
of his that he
literally-
thought up one day.
Yeah, I was gonna say this could literally live in the back of his mind
Yeah.
as a person. I mean, but that could be anybody, a secret admirer or even a not so secret admirer takes you hostage. You know, kind of like I did when you were sick and you weren't listening to me about how you needed to take cough medicine.
I was okay, and you were trying to poison me.
I was not. Listen, I told you if I ever poison you, you're never gonna know because it's gonna be sweet and probably taste like almonds.
Poisoner.
Why would I poison you with things that don't taste good? You'd never want to eat it.
Because you want me to suffer as I die.
You'd suffer as you die if I gave you cyanide, my dear.
Cyanide's actually rather fast acting.
I'll give it to you in small doses.
No, you want to poison me, just go overdose me on Tylenol. You suffer and there's no coming back from that, it's like days. So I've read.
So are you asking me that if you're gonna commit suicide via roommate, you want me to kill you with Tylenol?
If you want me to suffer, that's what you would do. I'm helping you kill me, okay?
Yes, let me kill the roommate that is not only my first line of home defense, is one of the very few people in the world that I actually trust completely.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great plan. Gold star.
I mean, should the day come when I really, really deserve it, that's a way to do it.
There are way better things to do when you really deserve something than actually kill you. Besides, I don't actually see you doing something that deserves that.
Yeah.
You're too good of a person.
Ew.
Listen, you can say ooh all you want, but you're gothic Superman, so good luck.
Pastel Gothic Superman, great.
I didn't say pastel gothic Superman, I said pastel
You
goth
said I
and
was a
gothic
pastel goth
Superman.
before.
They are two different things.
But you saw me as both in your mind, you're thinking of both at the same time.
You thinking of them as a bad thing. The fact that I actually am willing to admit that you are a Superman is something, because I can't fucking stand him, and yet I like you.
See, your subconscious hates me.
My subconscious does not hate you. My subconscious gets annoyed when you don't help me clean the house.
I
The rest of the occasionally.
I help when I feel it needs cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this was Misery.
This is called oversharing on the internet. This was Misery.
This was Misery. A great movie, fun one, good Stephen King story, and we hope you are with us for the next movie we watch.
Whatever it may be, because someone's decided I don't get to know in advance.
You don't get to know, you get to be surprised.
Translation, he wants to decide 5 minutes before we watch it.
Yeah.
Basically.
So whenever that one is, we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.